Everybody, Ralph Havens here, Autoimmune Answers, and Space and Time. One of my favorite teachers, Kim Burnham, PhD in integrative medicine, integrative manual therapy. She used to love to tell us jokes, and one of my jokes that came to me this morning as I was doing all of my meditation and qigong and everything else that I do to set up the day, and the space for all of us, for our sessions and for everybody's healing and everything else that you want. A really cool joke came up, and she used to say, why does space and time exist? Why space and why time? And she said, well, time exists so that you don't have to have everything happen all at once. And space exists so that everything doesn't have to happen to you. I thought that was pretty funny. So she had another joke that was really cool, of a scientist and God talking. And the scientist was like, God, I can create life. We figured it out. We know how to do this now. And God was like, okay, let's do it. So God took some dust, some dirt, and then blew into it. And then life was formed. And then, so the scientist said, okay, here goes. And he took some dust, some dirt, and God said, get your own dirt. So I don't know, I just love those jokes. And today I was doing my qigong, and I was thinking, it just kind of all came to me like, wow, it is all coming together. It's kind of funny. It's not happening instantly, but it's all coming together. And I'm in such gratitude this morning. Jen and I have had a bunch of dreams and what we wanted to create and do stuff up here. And when we first moved up to this place, we thought, we called it the Ralph and Jen's Healing and Transformation Space. And we thought it was going to be a place where people would come and you would help them with their healing and their, figuring things out and getting healthy and happy and getting the life they want. And turns out it was our healing and transformation space first to shift us. And there was lots of challenges. But the funny thing is, as I look back, I'm like, wow, I got everything I wanted. Because one of the things I wanted when I moved here, I wanted a lot of time and space to do my qigong, this ancient Chinese meditation and movement practice to get healthy and to really get connected to spirit and I wanted I saw myself doing a lot of that. And sure enough, that's what I do every morning, about an hour and a half or so to start the day. That's what I get to do out here in the forest. And as I was thinking about it years ago, I remember when I was in Del Rio, Texas, West Texas, no trees anywhere to be seen. You could see the end of the earth. And I'd drive my motorcycle out in high school to get our mail. We had a little plot of land outside of town. And for some reason, that's where we got our mail. And I remember seeing a copy of Track and Field News. I used to get Track and Field News. And I saw runners on it on the cover one time. It was Alberto Salazar and Henry Rono running a race in the Pacific Northwest. And there was trees everywhere, kind of like out here. And I thought, I'm going to live up there someday. I'm going to live up there. And I thought, Seattle, or somewhere in Oregon, somewhere up there. And sure enough, it came to be. And I remember when I was sitting working in San Diego, and I had a successful physical therapy, integrative manual therapy practice there, and 5 therapists working for me, and a lot of really good stuff going on. And I achieved a lot of my goals, my business goals, the money goals. Had a house in Mission Hills, but I didn't have a girlfriend. And I remember sitting there on vacation once in Vancouver, just a little bit north of here right now, and thinking, man, I just want a girlfriend. How come I don't have a girlfriend? And I tore off a piece of paper on this book I was reading and wrote down in detail what my life would look like with Jen, because I had just met her a few months before, and we were in the same exercise class, and what life would look like with 2 kids and up here in the Pacific Northwest. And I had no idea how it would happen, but I had this whole thing written out. And sure enough, it came to be, and didn't happen instantly, but it happened. And so in a little bit, I'm meeting with somebody who might be my next coach. I've studied with many, many, many healers and coaches, And I seem to be guided to the perfect person at the perfect time to help me get to the next level of whatever I'm up to. My medical intuitive training and the energy medicine training and the physical therapy training, the coaching training, the nutrition, everything that I've been led to, it seems to have been at the right time. And I always wondered, like, why didn't I get this sooner? If I would have known this years ago, it could have saved me so much time. But I think there was something useful to going along this path and getting the next step. And I'm meeting with a coach right now that I think will be able to take us to the next level. And, you know, one of the things I've noticed is that so much of people's pain and so much of people's heartache and their health and just not getting the life they want, that kind of thing, so much is because of what's been done to them. And, you know, one of the goals that Jen and I have is to get real information that's true out to people, because I'm talking to lots of different people, clients and people that are thinking of becoming clients, that were injured by the medical system. You know, we just read an article yesterday of somebody saying that, yeah, our definition of health, this was on a Del Bigtree show, our definition of health should be different now. You know, it's not like just free of disease, managing one or two diseases or more with multiple medications. That should be our vision of health now. We should be inclusive and include all the people dealing with chronic medical conditions on multiple medications. That's healthy too. It doesn't have to be another version. And I was like, what are you freaking talking about? That's not health. That's not health. And, you know, there's a big push by pharma right now to get everybody on medication. And if you look at the studies that were done back in the 1970s, and I've looked at them, that got the MMR vaccine approved, 50% of the people, the kids getting those vaccines when they were testing it, were coming up with severe gastrointestinal and neurological conditions within the first 42 days of getting the vaccines. And it's like, and then they approved it. They approved it. And so it doesn't seem like it's a safety study. They didn't test it against a placebo. It seems more like a marketing study. Like, wow, these people take these vaccines and we're going to have more clients, you know, more patients that have severe gastrointestinal and neurological disorders. It was in the actual research. And then we can put them on meds. And then we can change the whole definition of health and call it, that's what health is. So, you know, you can go that route. There's many people that do that. It's okay. But there could be an alternative, you know, where health is free of disease and really living a healthy life and getting the life you want. And so as I've been talking to all these people with chronic things, the irritable bowel syndromes, the anxieties, the depressions, the neurological stuff, and I go through and I do these sessions with people to get clear on what happened and when did it start happening and how did it show up and what's going on, because I can help find the root causes of these things and we can shift it. But if we could time travel back, and if these people had different information and maybe weren't doing some of the things that were known to cause disease, were designed to cause disease, man, we could do a lot. So, you know, right now, if a child is born before 1989, there was a 12% chance of having a neurological or a GI complaint, a disease like that. Anybody who was born after 1989, this is the Health and Human Services and CDC's own statistics. Anybody born after 1989, there's a 54% chance of having a significant neurological or gastrointestinal or some other sort of chronic disease that requires medication. So something's gone terribly wrong, terribly wrong. And to say that now we should just have a new definition of health, where managing these diseases and on multiple medications is also a version of health that is healthy, that just goes crazy in my brain. And, you know, anybody's free to choose whatever they want, but are you free if you're being told certain things and you're starting to believe these things? So one of Jen and I's, my hopes and dreams is that the information that can help people make wise choices and really truly be healthy and be happy and get the lives they want gets out there, so that families make decisions for their kids based on real science. Right now, there's a big push, a censorship thing, where things like this kind of dialogue are getting censored, and getting what's called deplatformed, where email services are not allowing people to talk about vaccine safety or health or anything except the pharmaceutical industry and the medical system. And so one of Jen and my dreams is to get this type of information out to the world, because if we can get parents to know about how to be healthy in a natural way and make choices that are where health is free of disease and their children can be healthy, then so many people don't have to suffer with stuff. Now we can shift it. We can help people clear patterns once they're there. That's what my whole work is about. But wouldn't it be cool if people had this type of information, that they don't have to live in a world where it's just natural and normal to get chronic diseases as you grow older and be on multiple medications, and that's what is called health now. Wouldn't it be cool if there was a different way to live? And I'm here to tell you there is. So you know, while a lot of stuff that Jen and I have wanted is not in place yet, as I look back this morning and doing all my stuff, it's like, wow, so much has come true. Like, I am free of anxiety that I had for the first 37 years of my life. I don't have teeth that have cavities anymore, even though the first 37 years of my life I did. I'm healthier now than I was back when I was a kid. And so I know, and there's so many things that I live up here in the Pacific Northwest, and we're getting ready to move into a beautiful house in Bellingham next to some beautiful trails and amazing people, and ready for our next things that I've dreamed about for many, many years. And it's like, oh, wow, it is coming true. And so as I talk to this coach that I'm going to meet with at 10 o'clock this morning, my prayer to God is, you know, I know, God, you're guiding me, Spirit, inner guidance. You're guiding me. I know it. I see it. It's happened throughout my whole life. Please help me see this guidance, because you know I'm going to jump. You know I'll do it. You know, if I see what's the next step, who's the next healer, who's the next coach, who's the next person for me to study with, I will do it. That's what I do. And so just let me see it. So that's my prayer. And there's so many ways to help people get healthy and get happy and get whole. And the thing is, when you're guided and you find what the next step is, would you jump? Would you do it? Will you go for it? Or will there be reasons to not do it? Will it be like, well, let's just wait a little bit longer? Well, you know, it's better to know what the problem. One of my friends, I won't even say it, but so that's my hope for everybody, is to follow your own path, your own guidance, and to know what your guidance is, and go, oh, there it is. It's time. And while it doesn't happen instantly, looking back, it's cool to see all the stuff that changed. So I hope this helps you. Let me know. Let me know if it does. Let me know if this inspires a little action, a little like, let's go start something big now. And also reflect back on all the things you've gained so far. All right, everybody. Ralph Havens signing off. Let's get out there and live. Let's really live.